Hello all, it is Snipes again, and today we have Chrispy versus Deering. It is Havoc versus the Rave Crabs, FO versus Resistance. Starting with Chrispy's list, we have Quick Draw with Fanatical, Special Forces Gunner, Fire Control, and Afterburners. Major Vonreg with a Lone Wolf and Deuterium power cells, so the survivable Vonreg over an offensive version. Then we have Kylo, the SL Kylo, super powerful ship, worth 7 points, I believe. Has 2 shields, 4 hull, but the big change is he has 3 force. He also has proton torpedoes and malice. And then finally, rounding off the list is Agent Terex, proud tradition with tactical officer and contraband. On the other side, we have Resistance, starting with Rose with 3PO and Heroic, arguably the best coordinator in Resistance in my personal opinion. Tally's a close second, but 3PO giving you that calculate after you do an action is just super nice. And Rose is only 3 points and gets mods for having friends in her firing arc. The next one is Tally with proton torpedoes and starboard slash. ZZ, the Procket version, not the SL version. So it has Prockets, Lone Wolf, and Heroic. Zori Bliss with Plasmas and Wartime Loadout. And finally, Poe with R4, Predator, and Heroic. Great resistance list, very commonly seen. We normally see it as well have double mods on almost every shot, because the only one who shouldn't have double mods is ZZ, depending on if Tally can get a proton torpedo off. And then depending on how close she is, she could technically have a double mod with Lone Wolf. The scenario for today is Salvage, everybody's least favorite scenario. But it is what it is. Do we now? I like the double A-wing version, I think, more. I think the proton torpedoes and then the Procket is a much more powerful combo than 2 rinkety-dink Y-wings. I do know that a lot of people do swap Finn for Rose. I think that's a mistake. Rose can use her ability better and gets natural rerolls. Finn with just a single calculate is kind of a feels bad. Don't know why that didn't save. Havoc. Save. Rose did a 1 bank and coordinated something. Not sure what. Should have gotten a calculate. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, no heroic on Tally's sad, but I think it was the only way to keep an A-wing that gets proton torpedoes balanced at 4 points. And even still, it's like it's a little powerful, but you do need the coordinator in the list to make her really useful. Tally just by herself isn't really all that scary or a threat. It's really when she has somebody giving her the action to lock and get the torps with the double mods that it becomes dangerous. Tally as well playing it very, very quickly up this bottom side of the board towards Vonreg. My guess is they're going to try and pick up these 2 salvage crates and head around the bottom rock on the left side and not really go inside these rocks too much until Vonreg leaves. That is true. Yeah. Protons after a plasma is really powerful. This Poe does not have plasmas, which I it's okay. I like this Poe personally more than the other one, but I can understand facing FO and other shielded ships why you would want to bring plasmas. Zori with the plasma still makes a ton of sense. It's still super strong. FO coming up the center of the board. More than likely going to see Terex pick up a crate. Von Reg boosting back in. I wonder we might see Rose coordinate the target or the focus to Tally, but I'd almost want to pick up the crate. You gotta assume Von Reg isn't staying there. More than likely he's either gonna zoom down the center of the board with like a 4-5 straight here to roll boost, or he's going to 3-bank and roll boost away from Tally. I don't think there's any world in which he just says, yeah, I'm okay with a proton torpedo coming to the side of me. Yeah, Kylo can come up to the center. I like a 2 straight roll, personally, depending on where ZZ goes. Because then that gives you your options to still turn in, or to zoom down this narrow lane right here and go after her if she was to like try and bait you and then turn back in. I mean, you could arguably pick up a crate with quick draw, right? He has Fanatical, not that you really want to lose all your shields all in one go, but two shots, even if it's unmodded, is still nice if you can pick up the crate and keep objective control with this resistance list. I don't really see ZZ turning in towards quick draw as it is. I would at least be very surprised. Then again, arguably FO could pick up 3 crates this turn and start collecting it, and then just ditch them the following turn. Let's look. If Kylo did a 3 straight, that should put him like right here, and he could pick up this crate. It's a little risky. I don't know that you should do it, but you could technically do it. Quick track a 3-bank and 1 straight and claim. You're just limiting yourself a lot if you do that. Oh, you're correct. I should make the list switch sides. Thank you. We are seeing him pick up the crate. Gonna actually give them some crates just to make it easier on y'all. So we did see Terex pick up the crate. I like that decision. One bank in from Zori will claim the objective. And that could mean Poe might be turning in as well. Poe might not do that 4 straight. There's the 3 bank by Tally. She will take the lock still, which will then give our friendly Y-Wing the lock. If he so desires. Chooses not to. And that's, I mean, that's really interesting to turn in with ZZ there. Because Quick Draw is going to 3 bank or do a 5 straight and boost Indio. And you're going to get Proton Torpedoed now. That is a very scary position for ZZ. Chrispy's like, do I pick up this crate or do I go full violence and just try and kill him? You're definitely in range for the lock. Range would end about like 1/3 of the way up on ZZ. Maybe around half of her base. Goes for the claim. Wow. See, I wouldn't have expected that. I would have expected the full violence double modded proton torpedo. That's basically guaranteed to get 4 results. Not that you're really in danger of this resistance list next turn. At least not for the most part, because you can 3 hard down this way, or 2 bank. You should be semi-safe. He is in Procket. He is in the Procket. This quick draw doesn't have Predator. It's the Afterburner version. Choosing to Afterburner. Okay. So accepting that there will be, no matter what, a proton rocket going into you. Takes the lock. Does have fire control, so we'll be able to use that lock on both shots if he loses a shield. Von Rig with the 3 hard. I think what you do is you barrel roll to the right. Takes the strain. And boosts. Well, that was nicely done. I like that. Still a little scary, as you have a strain and she has a lock and you don't have any mods, but you do have Deuterium for the coming round. So if you lose a shield, there are worse things. I almost think you shoot range 2 into Zori just to see if you can't get a crit, like a lucky crit, and just knock off the crate. Shooting into Tally is nice, but it's unlikely to do a whole too much. You're more likely to get 2 hits on 3 dice and do a damage to Zori than 4 and 3, right? Or is it about the same? It might be about the same. But I'd go for the crit, the lucky crit. Then again, rolling 3 hits and a crit is a great way to start. Was not in Bullseye, so doesn't get to roll an extra dice either. And the crit is... Is it a direct? No, Panic Pilot. Lives, just ever so slightly. That was a scary shot. Gets 4 more natties just off the bat. Thankfully, ZZ rolls 3 evades as well. We'll take the evade as compensation. Has focus evade now. Here's the shot back into Vonreg. Not nearly as great of a start. Has the lock. Gets hit crit into Vonreg. Vonreg does get the evade. Still will be half point. Oh, well, Lone Wolf actually. Gets the evade. Only loses a shield. And that could have gone so much worse for him. Crockett into quick draw, and that is sad. You don't even spend. Used Lone Wolf, that's interesting. I would have just kept it and been like, I'm not doing damage, I at least won't get bonus shot. Might be a little tilted. I would be a little tilted after those first few shots. Quick draw, loses 1 shield. He's like, okay, here's 4 more hits probably. Can quick draw do it again? No, but it's a good start. You can either fire control or you can spend the lock. Chooses to fire control. Hit crit. Most likely doing nothing. Yeah, doesn't do anything. Wow, Kylo just didn't have a shot. He definitely would have had range for the lock. So I'm a little surprised we didn't see the boost. That could be a very dead ZZ if he had boosted. One point each for objectives. Yeah, I mean, he rolled 8 straight hits with crits involved on to Tally. Now Tally is double stressed. It's just unfortunate. There's not much you can do there, it just is. Because now what we're going to see is probably a 4 straight by Vonreg. It's blue. Can he remove the disarm? He would, before you would gain 1 non-lock token. If you're non, If you're not stressed, you may spend 1 charge to gain 1 stress token instead. So before he gets this disarm, he can gain a stress, do a 4 straight. Should have room for the roll as well if he needs it. And probably will just strain focus lock onto Rose. ZZ is down a shield. She took 1 hit off of Quick Draw's first natty roll. As they prepare to go into round 3, doing their dials relatively quickly. They're all set. They were just waiting on the dice roll. I think the nice thing for ZZ at this point is you can bank away 3 bank boost. The issue is Agent Terex is almost certainly going to do a 3 straight to try and block your quick maneuver out. And then Kylo's going to 3 hard left and try and proton torpedo you. We do see Von Reg spend both of his deuterium charges to regain the shield. Gets the stress. Tally will take the deplete from Von Reg's ability. Did he not have the Y-Wing? I might have thrown it on the Y-Wing if you had the chance. Because the Y-Wing's probably 3 banking in to try and get Kylo. Coordinates Poe a focus. Will we see Zori take a focus as well? No, we won't. I don't know if she's able to do that. Can Zori take a focus off of a coordinated focus? Or is it only on the perform action step that she can take it? Because I know she can't take the link action. Terex goes for the jam on ZZ. That's not good. You are at least first player, so you will be able to get a focus or evade after you shoot. Two hards away. I think what you do then is you barrel roll into the boost straight and try and block Kylo if you can. Barrel roll, boost, call it a day. You're probably fine. You don't want to sit there because you know Quick Draw's doing the sloop out this way. At least most likely. If you sit there, you're begging to be killed. Does the focus boost instead? That should still block Kylo if he did a 2 bank or 3 hard. Kylo might actually jump over. It's a little close. Zori will bank in and take a focus action, I would assume. Kylo did do the 3 hard, jumps straight over, just takes the focus. I would take the lock. There's no reason not to. Yep, he changes it. He takes the lock. I mean, you have 3 force. You're not spending any of it this turn. Poe checks for a lock, is not quite in range, and they have now given Vonreg perfect ability to destroy Rose and get behind them for the rest of the game. I'm not sure what he's pinging on Poe. Surprised Poe didn't boost into the lock. I think that would have been a good maneuver. Takes the strain for the lock, then we'll focus and says, hello, Rose. Quick draw, do we see the sloop? We do. Very nice sloop. Does he have Proud Tradition? He does not. He is Fanatical. So we'll just sit there. Still has the lock from last turn. Can Afterburners into range 2 if he so desires, but decides just to keep it. Vonreg range 1 into Rose. It's hit eyeball. We'll re-roll all 3 or just 2? I would probably just re-roll 2 and say, you're not going to kill me. But chooses to re-roll all with the lock. Gets 3 hits. Rose will get a friendly re-roll. Right? While your defender perform an attack for ships in the attack arc. Okay, so no, because Vonreg's has the arc that's pointed at you. It's not, no one else is in it, so no friendly rerolls, just the 1 evade. So it takes shield card, and that'll be half points. Hit crit going into ZZ. Fire control doesn't lead to anything. Should roll 1 more. Still takes a shield. Not a crit though underneath. Will be half points. Rose into Vonreg. Gets 2 hits. Only has... She should have 2 rerolls. It should be in. Gets 1 more hit, so 2 overall. Vonreg rolls 1 evade, just the shield again. Or he'll Lone Wolf actually and get another evade. 1 point for each side. And this isn't looking great for resistance so far. Only having done one shield, and the only other shield that they took got regened by Vonreg. Dice being very favorable to Chrispy right now on the Vonreg rerolls with Lone Wolf. Ban Lone Wolf. Look, 2 ships in both of these lists has Lone Wolf. I don't think Lone Wolf is a problem. You have to be by yourself to get it in the first place. It's effectively elusive if you don't have a battle buddy. I think this coming turn, we might honestly see Quick Draw pick up this crate. We might see either a stop or like a 1 bank by Terex, 2 straight by Quick Draw just to pick up the crate. And then Kylo might Talon Roll or do a 3 hard to the left. Or even a 2 hard just to stay behind the cloud. You know Poe and Zori are coming in fast. You know Rose is going to get messed up again by Vonreg. Thankfully Vonreg doesn't have Proud Tradition or Pattern Analyzer, but you know he's doing that sloop. And if you know he's doing the sloop, does the 1 bank roll block it? Are the 1 banks blue on that ship? Let me check. The 1 banks are blue. So you could 1 bank, then barrel roll left. Oh no, you can't because you have the crate. Well, I guess you just 3 straight or 1 bank to the right and hope not to die. Coordinate somebody before you leave. Chrispy doing an excellent job so far at target priority and being able to dodge arcs with these high initiative aces. On to round 4. Vonreg will give Rose a strain, I would assume. Does. Does a 1 bank. Could jam Vonreg, but it won't do anything to you. So probably just coordinate, or you take a double calc. Yeah, Rose didn't have many options. 3 bank by Terex. Takes the focus. I'd almost be tempted to coordinate Kylo, but he can't really do much other than a focus anyways. Tally will remove another stress and then boost in. It's a little scary. Kylo could have done the Talon roll. Oh, did the focus boost. Okay. ZZ did. Oh, that's really interesting. That is really interesting. With Kylo right there, he could just Talon roll this way and get a nice torp onto you. Zori will 2-bank outwards towards Terex. You're now wishing you probably just did the one straight with Terex, just so you wouldn't get plasmid. Takes the focus. And at this point, Daryl, I think Mr. Deering should just roll his road dice. I think Deering should just roll his road dice instead of his red dice, because it seems to be making a first player as well, which means he's rolling hot. Poe will take the lock, and then Zori will take the lock. There's the sloop by Vonreg. Come on, quick draw, you know you want to. Pick it up. What are you gonna take? One more shield? Who cares? They're not shooting you. They're shooting Terex. And you have a lock on ZZ. She's not gonna shoot you either. Goes for the claim. Range 3 obstructed by Poe, so 3 versus 4. It should be 3 versus 4. This isn't a plasma or anything. Okay, Chrispy got it. Does get hit crit. We'll roll 3 evades though. So no damage and does not drop the crate. It's a little sad. No friends are in this arc either, so this is just 4 versus 2 and a calculate. Only 1 hit. Gets Lone Wolf. We'll re-roll it. Gets a second hit. Does get 1 evade. So we'll live for at least 1 more round. That's important for points. Quick draw didn't have anybody in range. Wow. Zori's plasma rolled absolutely nothing into natties. Does have a crit in there as well. Terex will get the 1 evade needed to neutralize the crit first. Still will take 3 damage. 1 off of half. Two more hits going into Terex, range 3. She'll take the evade. Terex does have the focus. We'll spend it. It's not shooting anybody anyways. And I would say he got out of that round pretty well, all things considered. Kylo, do you take this proton torpedo? It'd be 4 on 4. She has focus evade. He will. That's gonna be 2 crits and 2 hits after spending a force. Can also malice one if he really wanted to. Chooses to. I'm not. And she'll be fine. Spends focus and all as well. One more point for resistance and 2 more for FO. Chrispy doing an excellent job at maintaining objective majority with aces of all ships and fewer ship count. Lone Wolf recharged on Vonreg. Tally does have proton torpedoes back online this coming turn. The issue is nobody's over there to coordinate you. Poe has just used his ability already. I think. Poe, where are you? Oh, he has not used his ability. Okay. I think your way back in is to kill Terex this turn, and then probably kill Quick Draw and try not to lose anything the next turn. You know you're going to lose Rose, and A-Wing is pretty probable to die here at some point, with Kylo right there. Tally being on 1 HP especially means that Kylo doesn't have to do much and she could just implode. Going on to round 5. Deering will once again be first player. Chrispy will give Rose a probably a strain just again. Oh, chooses not to. Probably said it didn't matter. Gives Poe another target lock onto Terex. Takes the free calculate with 3 PO. Terex will hard turn in, take the focus, going for blocks if he can. To bank. And you can focus rotate and hope to have a shot, or you guarantee having a shot by doing the boost rotate. You just shoot, hopefully Kylo, and then take a focus action. Does do the boost, will rotate. And you better hope Quick Draw didn't just one bank towards you, because you will just explode. Tally with a 2 straight, going for the target lock. Does not have anybody. Just out of Kylo's reach. Zori coming in. I'd be tempted to take a lock on to quick draw here. You might not have him in arc, but there's a decent chance you kill Terex anyways. And he's not hard to hit. You really want that plasma into quick draw though, just to remove all his shields in one fell swoop. I mean, I'd be very surprised if Kylo didn't do the 2 bank right. And depending on what quick draw does, he's just gonna obliterate somebody. I actually don't have a problem with standard loadout Kylo. I am surprised he banked away though from that fight. Poe will bump, just barely missing the little nubs. Almost got lucky enough to where he would have bumped into Zori and still been able to take the focus. And have a range 1. Quick draw with a 1 bank, or is that Von Reg? That's Von Reg. Surprised he did the 1 bank and not a 2 straight. We'll take the strain for the barrel roll and then target lock. Or focus. That works too. Look, the reason why I don't think he's broken is he's 7 points. He's almost, I mean, he's literally the cost of a fire spray and he can just implode. He doesn't have access to an evade. He does good damage, but I mean, Zori and Poe cost less and do effectively the same thing. Not to the same extent, like they don't have nearly the maneuverability, but that's Kylo's whole thing is he's a maneuverable ship and he costs 3 extra points for it. You hope to kill, you really just hope to kill Terex here. That's your only goal. That's your only hope, is to kill Terex. I mean, ideally you would shoot into quick draw, but based on where you are, that's a little scary. Did they lock Zori or did they lock Poe? I think it's into Poe. Oh, that's a good range 0, or is that range 2? We'll see in a second. Okay, that's range 0. Hit, crit, crit. Panicked into console. That is an amazing range 0. Down to 1. Has console fire, so could just blow up. Because he has console fire, he also drops the crate. Well, because he took the crit. But I think because of that as well, you can use Zori's shot. Terex doesn't have a shot as is, I don't think. So you can use Zori's shot and go into quick draw and see if you can't just take off some of those shields. 4 dice into Rose. That'll guarantee your death after he spends that focus, which will drop her crate as well. Gets a reroll for fun. And now we could actually see Von Reg pick up a crate too. It's a little goofy, but he could. There is no point in shooting at him unless you're just trying to guarantee the kill, which it looks like he's doing. It's gonna feel real bad if that doesn't kill him. Okay, it will. He takes one more card. He dies. He disappears. Did Quick Draw shoot? Did we just like miss Quick Draw's shot entirely? Yeah, we did just miss Quick Draw's shot entirely. It's like, what in the world happened? I don't remember him engaging. Shooting at Poe. Yeah. Fire controls the eyeball. Gets another blank. And Poe's fine. Rolls 2 paint. See A-Wing number 1. ZZ shoot into Kylo. Gets hit eyeball. Doesn't have any mods for it. Kylo will try and blank out, but succeeds in getting his 1 required paint. They are forgetting about Tally. Tally has a shot. Tally's allowed to shoot. It's not something I can intervene on, because it is a choice to shoot. It is salvage. You are correct. Chooses not to shoot a second proton torpedo. I don't blame him, especially after that roll. Only 1 hit. Sorry gets 2 evades. I thought they realized after Zori's shot into Terex. But maybe I just missed her shot. It didn't do anything anyways, so. I would agree with that to some extent, but I'd be very surprised if we don't see Quick Draw 5 straight here, or do the Talon Sloop this way. Not the Talon Sloop, if he does the 3 Sloop this way, I think it lands right here and he'll be fine, or he can do the 5 straight and it might just jump over. And you can just focus rotate. You have Vonreg coming up behind too, which is going to go for Tally. I'm a little worried for Kylo. I mean, if anybody you go for, I think Kylo's a great option. Plus Kylo's 7 points. If you can kill him, that's huge. Unlikely, but possible. He has a crate, so he's not able to boost or roll. And with the Terex meat shield gone, anything that gets shot from here on out is a valued piece, like a valuable target to shoot. No, ZZ had a very questionable boost into Quick Draw and Kylo. Got lucky, only lost a shield, and then rolled absolutely nothing on her procket. She rolled hit, eyeball, used a lone wolf charge to reroll one of them, and rolled it back into a blank. So 3 blanks, hit eyeball for overall 2 hits, and did a shield. That's why Quick Draw is only missing a shield. Which I should have put on, but I didn't. And then Von Reg had a nasty range 1 unmodified shot into ZZ, or not ZZ, Tally, where he just rolled 4 natty hits and a crit. Well, 3 natty hits and a crit with no mods and gave her Panic Pilot. So she's been out of the game for a while. They did do a damage to Von Reg, but he just healed it back up because of Deuterium. And then both his Lone Wolf charges have led to him either getting a hit or an evade on his dice. I think it's 3 for 3 for him right now on his Lone Wolf charges. He's probably thinking about where to put Poe. I don't know that it's too hard of a decision. Probably want to K-turn Zori. I don't dislike that, because if you K-turn her, you get to turn either direction than a following one, and she's full health, so you don't have to worry about anything. And then you can 2-hard Poe left or 1 Bankum left. And Zori won't be in his way. ZZ takes the focus. Shouldn't be stressed anymore. Might be thinking about a boost. But I think you're cool with where you are. Does the boost. See, I don't know how I feel about that, because now if Kylo turns into you, you don't get a shot. Oh no. Oh no. Tally. Not like this. There goes Tally. Did a 2 straight with Zori. Takes a focus. I think you need a rotate. I feel like we're playing 2.0 a little bit with this tracker. It's literally just been during the entire game as first player. Kylo did try to do the 4K, so he will bump, take a stress, but he's fine with that. And now we get to see Kylo do something, or not Kylo, Poe do something. It's unfortunate. It is a 2 hard, will slam into Zori, but gets to take the stressful focus. We'll have a nice range 1 on Kylo. And then we will see Quick Draw or Von Reg move. Von Reg tried to do the sloop. That's not unsurprising. Only hits enemies, so won't take a damage or anything, just bumps. Vonreg comes in behind, looking to claim potentially. He should do the lock first if he is planning on claiming. Does take the lock. I think you put it on Poe because you have 3 range one-shots on him. And he might claim. Does not. Takes the focus instead. I don't really agree with the boost. I'd rather the double mods over a boost. More reliable to get 3 hits. Yeah, I agree with not boosting. This is your only chance to do good damage into quick draw without him potentially getting really good dice back at you. But I think the correct decision is to go into Kylo. There's 4 hits you spend. Can Kylo not blank out, or will he just lose all 7 points in one go? Kylo decides to blank out. Spends a force, takes shield hit. Down to 3. Shots back into Poe. We'll get 3 hits into Poe after spending the focus. We're looking for paints. Heroic. Gets natties. Saddies to natties. Quick draw range 1 into Poe. Does have a lock still. I think the best card is Fearless, but Heroic is a close second. 2 hits from quick draw. You just spend your lock here. You're already stressed. Chooses not to. I don't know that I understand that. I'd be searching for half points. 2 more shields on Kylo, or I mean Poe. Range 0 into Kylo. Looking for crits. Doesn't get any. Still gets 1 hit. Kylo gets 2 evades. He's fine for now. Shooting at Kylo again. Not what you wanted to see. Does he have optics? Am I missing something? No, he doesn't. I don't know what he's modding that dice for. Kylo rolls paint. He's fine. So I'm going to see Kylo back into Poe. If he half points Poe here, that'll be 2 for him. And then he'll get 2 and be a 19 to... Oh geez. 2 crits and a hit. Poe will get 2 eyeballs, but doesn't have a focus. That might be the end of Poe. Oh, he should have maliced that third one. Do 3 crits. There's the direct. Poe is dead. And that'll be game. 5 points for Chrispy, then +2 for objective. And we will finish 22 to 10. Or 11, I mean. Same thing. Alrighty. Well, with that, Havoc will take the victory this week over the crabs. Very unfortunate dice for Deering at the beginning. Better dice for Chrispy at the beginning since he decided to roll natties with no mods. But Chrispy's positioning was really well done, so you can't take just the dice and say that that's why he won. His positioning was very, very well thought out throughout the entire game. I mean, called that the resistance list was going to turn in away from Von Reg. Yeah, overall, well done job. And with that, we will see you all later. Adios.